Welcome back everybody to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys not a tour of my toolbox. I'm not making a video yet on a toolbox tour, but I'm going to be showing you guys my top most used tools as a small engine mechanic. If you guys don't know, I work on a lot of stuff: power sports, push mowers, lawn equipment, weed eaters, all kinds of stuff. I mean, yeah, I've worked on a lot of stuff. So these are just going to be some of the top most tools that I use on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, let's get straight to it. So first off, what am I gonna start off with? Okay, let's go to pliers. I've got these little pliers right here, which I absolutely love. If you guys don't know what these are good for, first off, whenever you're doing fuel lines like these on a what's it called, on a weed eater, when you stick that into the gas tank, these are really nice because you can reach inside the gas tank. You lock onto those and then you just pull the fuel line out to the point where you can get a fuel filter on it. So that's one good use for these pliers. I just got these at Menards. You can probably get them at any hardware store. They're just like locking scissor pliers pretty much. Another good use is for push mowers. When you need to drain out the gas from push mowers, you go ahead and go up to the fuel line. Let me show you guys. For example, on this one, you can go right there. You can use the pliers to remove the clamp that holds the fuel line on. So that's one good thing. And the other thing is you can pinch off the fuel line with this. Let's say you're gonna put some fresh fuel in it. You can pinch it off, get yourself a tub. You don't have to worry about vice grips or anything like that. I just really like these. You get yourself a little tub or something, you can drain out fuel really nice with these. So yeah, these are a must have for me. All right, what's next? Weed eaters. I guess you can go with the T25 Torx handle, just like this. As you guys can see, I used it a lot. You guys can tell by the actual head of the Torx, it's kind of bent right there, but I mean it's still useful. So that's a must-have right there for weed eaters. What else? Weed eaters, leaf blowers, a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to sockets. If you guys do not know, none of this is snap-on or anything. I don't like any of that fancy stuff. I really like these sockets. It's like a little socket set from Walmart. They go to from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So they don't jump any sizes, which I really like. They all go up in order, which is really nice. But yeah, I really like these. I've also used these on impact guns and their 3/8 drive. So I mean, they're really strong. I really just like them. So these are a must-have also. Let's go ahead and put these back. I also like these sockets, which I got from Walmart as well. I just put them on this rail that I had, but they came in something like this. They came already on a rail, but the rail actually broke because I stepped on it. So I just went ahead and put them in here. I really like this tray too. You just twist the sockets to lock them in. But yeah, this goes from, I think it's 4 millimeter, 4 or 3 millimeter, something like that, all the way up to 13 millimeters. So that's really nice. I also use this 8 millimeter a lot for push mowers, weed eaters, steel, a lot of stuff like that. Speaking of weed eaters and stuff, let's go ahead and go to screwdrivers. Get yourself a 5/16 or 8 millimeter. What are these called? Nut drivers. Yeah. So I use this a lot, as you guys can tell by the head. It's actually bent, I think. The actual, yeah, it's a little bent. You can tell. But yeah, I use that a lot as well. What else do I use? Let's go ahead and go to this. This is a must-have for me as well. If you need to remove yourself some stuck-on flywheels, grab yourself an air hammer with this little point chisel. You can go ahead and go up to that flywheel, which normally have a divot on it for push mowers. Hook up your air hose, just push that thing and hook a pry bar behind the flywheel, and the air hammer, it'll pry it right out really easily. So yeah, this is also a must-have for me. What's next? Let's see what we got here. I can't think of something right now. It's just because I'm recording, but yeah. Oh, I guess we can go to my spark tester. I use this thing a lot as well, but I normally don't like using spark testers all the time. If you guys do not know, sometimes these spark testers can be bad or it can have a bad connection, and that'll lead you to doing a lot of things on a actual machine when it's just a bad tester that's not working, and then you hook a different tester on it and it just has sparks. So this thing can get you frustrated at times. That's why you should get yourself a quality one. I used to have these cheaper ones, but I just got this one and it's lasted me quite a while. So I know what I can do next. This digital caliper. Whenever I need to find bearings or something, or seals, a lot of stuff like that, I usually use this electronic digital caliper. I think I got it from Walmart. I've had it for like a year or so, and it works really good. So yeah, a lot of my tools are actually from Walmart, if you guys did not know. But yeah, I really like this. That's definitely a must-have as well. All right, anything else in here? Lights. I mean, I don't really like lights that much. All right, this would be next. I really like this little, what is this? This is not a sponsored video, guys. I really like this Black Diamond pry bar. I think I got it from Bongards. It's like a hardware store. But yeah, it has this really hard end at the side. I just have this tape because one time my neighbor got locked out of his car and he had to open it. So, but yeah, this is a really nice pry bar for knocking off flywheels with that air hammer as well. So you just put it under the flywheel, get your air hammer, and shock it right off. So yeah, this is really nice. It's a must-have as well. All right, so now we're gonna get to tools that are really nice tools and I use every once in a while, but they only come in handy whenever I need them. So a lot of those tools are in here. These are most of my specialty tools, which I don't use all the time, but when I do need to use them, they really come in handy. I have this puller right here. This is from like a car or something, but so I really like this puller. I'm not sure what it's called, but I use it all the time for flywheels and stuff. And the little blade attachments for push mowers. What would be another thing? This right here, probably. This thing comes in handy whenever you need it. Sometimes you need to make yourself a custom flywheel puller, that way you don't have to order one. So you can stick yourself some bolts inside these little holes right here, and then this will screw into the crankshaft and it normally pops off whatever you need it to. What else? Probably this down here. This thing comes in handy whenever you need it. This is a chain, I guess you could call it like a cutter tool. I'm not sure what it's called, but it pretty much cuts your chain. It pulls out the pins from the chain, and that way you can put your link on there. So this really comes in handy whenever I need it as well, because I work on mini bikes, and then some of the older machines do have chains. So this thing comes in handy whenever I need it. But yeah, I think that's it for this box right here. Let's go ahead and close that. Alrighty, so another tool that I don't use all the time, but it does come in handy whenever I need it, is going to be this, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called a I can't pronounce it. It's like conduity tester or something like that. Don't make fun of me in the comments, please. But it's pretty much this. So it has this little clamp. Let me set you guys down really quick. Alrighty. So as you guys can see, it's just this, and it has this clamp, and when you touch these together, let's see if I can do this right there. When you touch these together, that light turns on. So what this is really good for, it's good for testing out switches. You put one on one side of the switch and then one on the other side. You flip the switch and you can tell if the switch is good. Safety switches on riding lawnmowers. So whenever I do electrical problems, this thing always comes in handy all the time. Definitely get yourself one of these. That's definitely a must-have. Just make sure to not clamp that onto that, or else it's going to kill your battery. But yeah. What's another thing that I don't use all the time? Probably a multimeter. I don't use this all the time, but whenever I do, it does come in handy. I'm not really that good of an electrician, but I definitely know the basics. So whenever I use this, it definitely does come in handy. So yeah. Alrighty. I think that's it for this box. Yep. Alrighty, so I think that's it. Another tool that I forgot that I used to use on a regular basis, but it broke the other day, was my M12 ratchet, my electric ratchet. Unfortunately, this lawnmower right here, I put the new belt, and for some reason, I didn't put something right. The rear wheels, as soon as I started it, they started going. I left my ratchet right next to it. That thing went under the blades and chopped it all up. The battery caught on fire and it exploded, which could have gone way worse. But anyways, my lesson was definitely learned there, so I'm not going to do that again. Whenever I'm working on stuff like that, definitely not going to do that again. So it's too bad that ratchet couldn't be in this video. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the tools that I use on a regular day-to-day basis. And like I said, some of those I don't use them all the time, but whenever I do need them, they come in handy. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to drop any comments down below, and also like the video. It would help out a lot. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.